So I'm looking at a couple of fixtures. Italy against Wales on the opening weekend. Wales start slowly. Italy normally start pretty fast. Add in the fact they've got a pretty gun coaching team there with Conor O'Shea, Mike Catt, Brendan Venter et al. So good chance maybe that Italy will fancy the chance of catching Wales cold. And two games at Murrayfield really looking forward to. Scotland against Ireland on the opening weekend. Scotland against Wales a few rounds in. If Scotland are going to finally get into the top half of the table and I suppose make the most of all this positivity around Scottish rugby and all their potential, they've got to win one or both of those big games at Murrayfield.
France has had a great autumn internationals. It was great against the All Blacks. They did put on great games, so the French, were expecting them to perform and to do well, to do as best as they can against England.
Yeah, the most exciting fixture for me is England against Ireland in Dublin. Hopefully that's going to be a Grand Slam decider, if not a championship decider. So a nice rivalry for me there and a really exciting battle, hopefully.
That is the one that stands out. However, as far as kind of banana skins, I think when Wales go up to Murrayfield against Scotland, I've won for quite a few years Scotland up in Murrayfield. I do fancy Scotland to cause a few upsets. Big send off for Vern Cotter.
I quite like the idea of Wales Ireland in Cardiff on a Friday night. And Friday night rugby isn't everyone's cup of tea, but those games have a magnificent atmosphere and they're always really good.
Well, I remember still Bill's old Burr over Calcutta Cup matches, so for us on ITV this year to have England against Scotland at Twickenham will be a really special one for me.
I quite like the look of France against Scotland on the second weekend, just because I feel they're the two teams who are really pushing to kind of crack the kind of level of the top two, and Scotland we think are improving and seem to be showing that, and France as well have shown promise. So I think that will define their Six Nations. If they're going to be a serious contender, one of those, they have to win that game, each of those two teams.
Well, I mean, plainly Ireland, England, if the form book holds through the championship, that will be the Grand Slam game. It would also rather deliciously be an opportunity for England to secure the world record of successive wins, and to do that in the game before the Lions go to New Zealand and to take that record off the world champion All Blacks would be kind of special for a lot of people, and would certainly kind of wind up New Zealand ahead of the Lions tour.